this is page 15, a little bit further down the page. And this is the template that we're going to be working with. This will be a team exercise, by the way, and I will get into all the specific instructions after we walk through these pages. So step one, identify the problem, need, or opportunity. So that's the problem statements that we just looked at. And I've given you an example of a good problem statement here. Actually, I've written the problem statement for this exercise. So I'm giving you that information right off the bat. Here it is. So what is the problem? The hybrid owning public's negative perception of available HOV lane indicia, those are stickers, has led the DMV to restrict issuing stickers to qualified state government agencies. DMV can issue up to 75,000 hybrid stickers. There are only approximately 2,300 possible vehicles registered to state agencies that could qualify for the stickers. Qualified state agencies are requesting their stickers be issued. So what's happening is the public got upset because they think that the state is hogging the clean air stickers. So the DMV decided, hey, well, we're just not going to issue any to the state, so the public can calm down. But the state and their 2,300 vehicles want those stickers so they can drive in the HOV lanes. That's the idea of what's going on here. And this is the actual problem statement. So you don't need to write that. Just be aware of what it is and how it's structured. What you folks are going to do as a team is using this template, you're going to first pull information, and we'll get to pages 12 to 15 in a minute, which has the information you need. But you'll be pulling that information into, first of all, this section. Step 2, G, gather information. What do you know about the situation? What other kinds of information would you want to gather to better understand it? Who are the stakeholders? So whatever information you can pull from those pages that we'll get to in a moment, you're going to put in here just to get an overview of what's happening. And by the way, if information is missing, make it up. You can make any assumptions you want in this exercise. Step 3 is to organize, and then step 4, analyze that information, and then draw conclusions. So what are the priorities and constraints? Who is making the final decision? What conclusions can be drawn, etc. So all that, these questions here will help guide you in terms of the kinds of information you're going to put into this section, which covers steps 3 and 4. And we jump over to page 17. And here is where, based on the information and the analysis of that information, you're going to develop alternative solutions to the problem. And here is the structure. Maintain the status quo, meaning don't provide any stickers to state vehicles. That's the status quo. DMV has frozen those. Then you can come up with a second alternative and optionally a third alternative. And then dropping down to page 18, we have step 6, which is to select the best possible solution. So here you want to pick one of those alternatives, and that's the one you're going to recommend. And then finally, step 7 is to create an implementation plan, write down a few bullets with action items of what it might take to implement that solution. Who will need to do what by when, that kind of thing. And again, if that information isn't available in the document that we're about to look at, make it up. It's fine. The idea here is to just understand the 7 steps and how information is put into each of those steps. So what I'm going to do now is jump up to page 12, and we're going to look at the data now that you're going to pull from, and look at the scenario. Now, I've highlighted these sections to save you a lot of reading and unnecessary information. So you should be able to pull everything you need from these highlighted areas. If you want to go deeper, you're welcome to. Whatever you want to do. Again, the importance here is just putting information into the right parts of the template. And this is your first go around, by the way. So I'm not looking for perfection here. I'm just giving you folks the first opportunity to get acquainted with this process. So, as an analyst, here's the scenario. Working for the Department of Motor Vehicles, one of your duties is to monitor the usage and issuance of clean air vehicle stickers. Recent changes in the law have resulted in significant numbers of hybrid vehicles owners applying for these stickers, indicia or stickers. And here's what is known about the situation. So, here you can take a look at state law and the goal of high occupancy vehicles. And the CDOT has defined those goals. And here's the legislative intent. And then the federal law specified that vehicles with fewer than 2 occupants may operate in HOV lanes only if the vehicle is properly labeled and certified as inherently low emission. And then you can take a look at some of the things that happened here. None of the hybrid vehicles have qualified as ILEVs because their engines have fuel vapor emissions. So then an amendment was passed in California, and there was a federal prohibition, but they asked for a waiver. And here's some information, some data on the number of stickers that can be set and some of the qualifications for providing those stickers. Then the federal government changed the law. You can read about that there. And this is really what's key is the perception among private owners that government exempt agencies and entities have used up the allotted amount of hybrid vehicle stickers. So that's a misperception in this case. And that misperception is what drove the DMV to make its determination not to issue any stickers to government agencies. So that's really the key here in terms of why that occurred, what the motivation was. And here's more information on the department's policy and some other information about that. This information is potentially useful, specific numbers. Here's some information on the total number of vehicles, and all of this was mentioned in that problem statement that I had provided to you folks. So that already exists. DMV, here's some costs. And here's the big question is, it is now January 2006 and the director of DMV awaits your recommendation. What should DMV do? And that is what your step 6, your final recommendation will make. And then you'll create the implementation plan to make that happen. So you'll find that information on pages 12 to 15, and then also on 15 is where you'll find the problem statement and the rest of the template that you folks are going to use as a team to complete. So a lot going on there, but again, the key of it is just to follow the template and put information into the proper parts of the template. Again, it's your first go round. So if you have questions, just ask me to join your rooms and I will work with each team and help you sort that out. But I just want you to get familiar with this process and how the 7 steps breaks down and how to move information to that template.